Join our video on demand so you can watch all of our Enfusion footage and secure your pay-per-view to all the Enfusion live shows so you don't miss out.
Welcome everybody at Enfusion Live. I have two very special guests on my table. Tate, the 90 kilo world champion of Enfusion. Ibrahim, Boustati, the undefeated 85 kilogram champion. For the people who don't know you, here's a small introduction of you guys.
Cobra! I'll be there to perform. I'll be ready as Ibrahim will, and I very much look forward to it.
Het is nu kampioen tegen kampioen, hè? Dus wie wordt de kampioenenslayer?
Just like with Wendell, I wanted to fight him because I wanted to be one of the only people to ever knock him out. I want to be the first person to beat Ibrahim.
Of het wordt echt een slagvest, beukpartij.
Ja.
Of het wordt een schaakspel en wie de beste zet, die wint.
I think it's going to be a fight where I'm going to get hit and he's going to get hit.
I hope you'll be in the best shape of your life because I want to beat the best Tate. Yeah, I will knock you out.
Anytime, any place, any country, it's on, I'm knocking you out.
Yes, today we are here to talk about the 90 kilo belt because that's the belt you're going to fight for. You took it away from Wendell Rocher. What can you tell us about that fight? Do you remember it still?
Yeah, I do remember it. Wendell's a guy I respect very much. I've known for a very long time. I think everyone knows Wendell. It's impossible to not like Wendell. Yeah. I knew a lot about him and I knew he had a reputation for being unstoppable almost. Very difficult to knock out. I saw him fight in the heavyweight reality tournament. None of the heavyweights could stop him or put him down. And it was a challenge and my goal wasn't only to beat him, my goal was to stop him, you know, because especially at my point in career, it's not simply about just fighting for the sake of fighting, it's about taking on challenges and taking on things that other people haven't been able to do and do them. And I finished Wendell in the second round and took the belt off of him. So I was really happy with that fight. It was a good fight, I respect Wendell, and I've been champion ever since.
So this is the first time you defended. What took you so long before we saw you back in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, I've been away for a little while. I've still been training, I've still been fit, I've still been active. I was semi-pursuing a professional chess career, spending many hours a day practicing chess. And I haven't been that active, but you know, that was a very conscious decision. I was not necessarily waiting, but really looking forward to having a nice big challenge on my plate like I had with Wendell. With Wendell, it was a substantial challenge and a goal. And Ibrahim is undefeated. He's obviously a very talented fighter, and not many people are prepared to step up and fight him, especially after, you know, a gap outside of the ring. So here I am. I was really looking forward and really waiting for a challenge which excites me, and that's what this is. It's a challenge that excites me.
It excites you.
Absolutely, ignites the fire in me to really train and really fight. I've been Ibrahim's age, and I've been where Ibrahim is. When I was young, I've had just as many fights as he did, and when I was his age, you fight for fighting. It happens. But when you get a little bit older, you start to not necessarily not lose your passion for it, not at all, but you start to look at it, the game slightly different, and it takes. Just fighting for the sake of fighting is not the same as it used to be. You know, sometimes you want a particular challenge, you want it to be more difficult than it used to be, and that's what really excites me, and that's why I'm here. I wouldn't be coming out of retirement to fight just anyone. I'm coming out of retirement to fight.
Ibrahim, did you see that fight? You did. Were you there when in Slovakia, right? You did see Andrew fight, or you weren't there?
In Slovakia against in the tournament?
The former tournaments. You were there as well, if I remember.
No, I wasn't there, but I saw it live.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah. What do you think of him as a fighter?
I think Tate is a good fighter. He's got a different style. He makes opponents. He don't give the distance to opponents. But single fought very smart, I think. Tate waited too long, and single took the opportunity and hit him with a few shots. And
you had no problems at all with single the last time?
No, he didn't.
Was that a different single?
I don't know.
Are you better than Andrew? What's the?
I think single didn't prepare. I think he thought I was a slight, easy opponent. I think he did beat Tate, and he thought I'm gonna beat Boustati as well. But that's what all opponents think of me. They think he's easy to beat, hands are not very high, and yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. But when they step in the ring with me, it's a whole different story, and they don't know what to do.
Because to repeat it one more time, your record is at the moment?
I'm now 44 fights straight undefeated.
So 44 fights and 44 wins.
Yes.
Never a draw, never a loss.
No.
It's an impressive...
It's a very impressive record. And just quickly on the topic of single, this isn't about single. I had massive, I don't believe in excuses, there's no excuses, but I had massive problems making the weight for single. I don't know what it was about that particular time, but I had big problems making the weight and I wasn't myself. If I was at full fitness, I would have destroyed single. That's the reality. So single, you know, Ibrahim did a good job of beating single. I would have done a very good job of beating single. So I don't believe that, although that feels like that has relevance here, because single beat me. Single beat 20% of me, you know, and the fact that I was still standing at the end of it just shows that single's not the fighter he thought he was.
Do you think it's an advantage to you that the fight is on 90 kilo? You give yourself a better chance at 90 kilo or at 85 against Ibrahim?
That's a very good question. I mean, without going into the boring details behind the single fight, there was very long, you know, there's a big travel delay and I ended up landing, because of the problems with the airplanes, I didn't land in Slovakia, I landed in Austria, I had to get a 15-hour bus while cutting weight, and lots of things happened that made that particular weight cut very difficult. If I was fighting at 85 kilo and I was prepared properly, then I'd be the same fighter that I should be. So, if it was 85 or 90, I've been watching Ibrahim for a long time, I've commentated on a lot of his fights. I've always only ever said good things about Ibrahim as a fighter. So, and I knew somewhere deep in the back of my mind, sooner or later this was going to happen. You know, sooner or later this fight was going to happen. I'm sure Ibrahim knew the same thing.
Because what's the reason? There are a lot of exciting things going on at Enfusion at 85. Did that make the decision for you to step back into the ring?
I think that's a big part of it. Obviously next year we have the league and there's another reality. The reality semi-bothers me as well, although you know, obviously Boustati's record is flawless. In my mind, as far as Enfusion goes, I have the one loss to single, which I said I had massive problems with weight cut and 16 hours on a bus before the fight, which, you know, isn't fair for anyone to be expected to perform under. And the only other loss I had was in the final of the reality, which is my third ever K1 fight, you know, because before that it was all karate and then kickboxing. So besides those two, I've always won under the Enfusion banner, you know. And I think the reality especially gnaws away at me a bit that I won the first fight knockout, second fight knockout, third fight knockout, and lost in the final. That's a bit upsetting to me because I know that I can knock people out, you know.
Do you think you're still able to go back to 85 in the future?
I do think I am, yeah. And I really, deep inside, want to win the reality knockout, 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 all four the way it should have been the first time round, you know. And I believe, you know, I got caught, that's the way it is, that's fighting. But I should have won that fight by knockout as well. If I'm going to fight at 85, I'll be fit and ready at the weight. So it's very doable.
Okay. What's your future? You make a step up. You go to 90 kilo now. Does that mean you're going to leave the 85 category, or we see you back there?
No, not at all. I think I'm growing. I'm still young. I'm growing, and this is the second time I will fight at 90 kilogram. I fought it once in 2015 in Malaga, where I won on knockout in the first round. I felt good, so I think I'm ready for the title shot. And when I have the title, I got both of them. And for my age, I think that's great. I'm still growing.
You will be the first one. If you will beat Andrew Tate, that means you're the first guy ever to hold two Enfusion belts.
Yeah, it is.
But you go back to the 85 then, and we will see you next year in the 85 league.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you have no troubles with making weight next year, you think? No. I always fight at 85. I'm dominating the 85 kilogram division now. I'm very looking forward to it and curious who the other fighters are in the league. I like challenges, and yeah, I just want to be the best. Andrew, what about you? You also interested in fighting in that league?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the money is very good there compared to the money we all made in the past.
Yeah.
It's going up.
Yeah, the money's very good, and that's certainly part of it. I think it's easy to look at my break from the ring and look at it as a weakness and say, oh, he hasn't fallen a year and a half, 2 years. When genuinely, I think it's a massive strength going into this fight. Genuinely, the fact that I've not just been training to fight, but training and enjoying training, working on things I'd never worked on before because I was too busy in a fight camp, and letting every single injury I ever had heal. And the fact that I've still been sparring, I've still been active, I've still been sparring in Romania with some of the big guys there, they're all heavyweight. I'm still sparring with the UFC guys in London. I'm not incapable of throwing a punch or a kick. This wasn't like agreeing to a fight and I start and my gas tank was at 0. I was always, capable. I think that's one of my biggest strengths going into this fight. So
it's very possible there's got to be a Boustati Tate 2 in the Enfusion 85 league, so on another weight category.
Absolutely, there could be a Boustati Tate 2 at 85 kilos. Absolutely, why not? I very much see myself as I've enjoyed my time off. I've used it well. I'm not an old man. It's not like I'm past it.
How old are you now?
I'm 29.
29. Ibrahim, you are?
21.
21. Yeah.
21. So although Ibrahim is young and hungry, I'm probably at my physical peak as a male. I'm not going to get any stronger than I am now. And I've got a good 3 or 4 years left. And I know I have the capability to knock people out, just as Ibrahim does. And I'm very, very excited about this fight. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the result. I haven't felt this way in a long time. I can't sleep through excitement. I'm training at 11 p.m. at night when I should be sleeping because I can't sleep. And I'm really much looking forward to it. And I think it has a good story behind it as well. Ibrahim trains with his brother, I'm training with my brother, 85 kilo champion, 90 kilo champion. It's time to get it on.
Perfect match, of course. Any predictions, Ibrahim? What do you expect on December the 3rd in The Hague?
I think because Tate hasn't fought for 2 years, I think that will be the main problem for him. I got the rhythm. I fight like 5 fights in a year, and we will see. I think I will win, but if you don't think like that, you don't step into the ring. So it will be a hard fight for sure. The fans will love it, and it's the beast against the Cobra. The best animal will win.
The beast against the Cobra. Andrew, your prediction?
My prediction is that, especially because both of our styles, he's an unorthodox fighter, he doesn't have a traditional style. I don't have a traditional style. We're going to be trading shots. I'm going to get in there prepared to get hit. And there's no way I'm not going to get hit, and there's no way he's not going to get hit. And I genuinely believe the power lies with me. And I think that's going to be the telling difference.
Okay, we were talking already about the league. At this moment we have the 72 kilo league. Are you following it?
I am following it, yeah. I saw the rematch against Ozcan and Jiraiya.
So who do you predict to win the whole tournament in the Enfusion League 72 kilo?
Ozcan is a tough guy. Not just physically, but mentally. You can see in his eyes. He doesn't care.
So you predict Tayfun Ozcan as the winner of the total?
I predict Ozcan. I love Jiraiya and he's a great guy. I like them all. They're all good guys, but I'd have to predict Ozcan.
Ibrahim?
Jiraiya lost this one, so you need to take risks. And I think when Jiraiya takes risks, he's very dangerous. So maybe we will come back stronger. But I think Tayfun or Mo are now the favorites. So at the end of the road, we will see who's on top.
So, but if you have to predict somebody, who would you pick?
It's very.
You're gonna lose some friends.
Yeah, a lot. I really don't know.
Any last words for your fan, and then we stop this interview. Andrew, you first, and I give the last word to the home favorite. So, Andrew.
I'm very much looking forward to this fight. If anyone's counted me out purely because of my time out of the ring, I can only say again, that's probably my biggest strength going into this fight. I've never been so hungry. I feel like, I can't think of the last time I was excited for a fight like this. I'm certainly more hungry than I was even for Wendell. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. And I know Ibrahim's plan is going to be to pressure me and jump on me. He's going to say, look, he's been out the ring, get on him, pressure him. I'll tell him right now, my plan's going to do exactly the same thing like I did with Wendell, jump on him and hurt him until he goes down. So we're both going to clash in the middle of the ring, and it's going to be a good night.
Okay, Andrew, Ibrahim, I think it's fair you could speak in your own language, so you can speak in Dutch, your last words. What do you want to say to your fans?
Iedereen moet natuurlijk aanwezig zijn 3 december in Den Haag. Het wordt een top evenement. Enfusion Live in Den Haag. Iedereen moet erbij zijn. Hoofdpartij is natuurlijk Boustati Tate. Dus dat wordt sowieso vuurwerk. Het zijn 5 rondjes. Dus het kaartje is het waard, jongens. En ik kan jullie beloven, ik kom sterker dan ooit. En ik ga natuurlijk voor de knockout voor jullie. Dus we zullen het zien.
Oké, bedankt voor jullie tijd. Thanks for your time. This was Enfusion Live. Thank you for watching and visit our platform www.enfusionlive.com. Thank you for watching.
Join our video on demand so you can watch all of our Enfusion footage and secure your pay-per-view to all the Enfusion live shows so you don't miss out.